Welcome back, Sackfellers, to another Asset Studio tutorial. This time I will be talking about objects and materials and explaining how they work and how to make them. First, let's get materials out of the way. They are very simple. They consist of a shape, a generated mesh and a body part. This is pretty self-explanatory. The shape part defines the polygon of the material. It also contains physical properties, like the material resource, for example. Then the generated mesh part is, as the name implies, responsible for the visual appearance of the material. It contains the graphics material as well as bevel resources and more values. The body part is only used by the game to do physics calculations, like the velocity and stuff. It is necessary to have it, else the material will malfunction in-game. Once you have your desired material made, you can export it as a material, or create an object with it. You can enter the corner editor for the polygon from the shape part menu. From here, create your desired shape. And export it as an object or user object instead. If you export it as a material in this state, the shape will always be overwritten by the shape selected in-game. Next up are objects. They are made up of a render mesh, a shape, and a body. Like before, the shape and body are necessary for the physical properties. This time, instead of a generated mesh from the shape, we get a render mesh, which can be any .mol format model, so you can create objects of decorations, logic pieces, and other models. For better understanding, it works like this. You get your desired model, in this case Lil Grunky. I will draw a connect the dot, rough outline polygon like this. It will be the hitbox for the model. It is that simple. So in the tool, just spawn in a model and add a render mesh and body part. Create the polygon you need. And voila, done. Just export this as an object and your simple object mod is done. If you want to create a more advanced object, say one that is a ragdoll for example, you will need a model with multiple bones. Let's take another look at Lil Grunky. If we want, for example, the legs and head to be moving, each of those limbs need to be rigged to different bones. So let's cut him open. Now, instead of using a single shape, each bone will exist as a separate thing in the world. Each bone thing will be assigned a shape part. Each can be configured to the desired hitbox for each limb. After this, you can connect the limbs together with joints, like bolts or elastics, or anything really to get your desired moving model. You can do this in the tool the same as before. Spawn your model with multiple bones. Each bone will automatically appear as a separate thing. Add the body and shape parts to each. Some game models will have shape data within the model. If you add a shape to the thing with the render mesh part in it, the tool will automatically add those shapes to all bones. If you are using a custom model or a model without shape data, you will have to create your own hitboxes. After this is done, you can export, like before, as an object and use it in your game. Now to finish up, there are few more things to keep in mind. In the corner editor, you can use the front view mode to make it easier to create the shape you want, especially for objects when you want it to be precise to the model. Once you created your object or material or whatever, make sure it is placed within the level bounds and in the layer ranges. If you don't do this, the object might malfunction once selected in-game. This should be everything you need to know about making objects and materials. Hope this video was informative and helps you make your desired mods. Goodbye.